Hello again! Today we're going to be talking about fiber, elimination, and cleansing. So fiber is the undigestible parts of our food that help getting rid of waste easier. There's two different kinds: soluble fiber, which is soft and absorbs waste like a sponge, and insoluble fiber, which adds bulk to our waste and helps to scrub the colon clean like a brush. Fiber intake recommendations are based on age and gender. The average adult, it's recommended to have 20 to 30 grams of fiber every day, and it's recommended that 15 to 20 grams is probably optimal for children. The typical American only intakes 5 to 14 grams of fiber every day. So we have a long way to go. There's a few tips for increasing fiber into your diet. The first one is to start slowly. The second one is to drink lots of water. And the third one is to not add too much fiber too quickly. A sudden increase of fiber can cause lots of discomforts: bloating, cramping, gas, constipation, and/or diarrhea. And this is normal, so it shouldn't make you think that you're sick or that the foods that you have started eating you're allergic to. What's happening is your colon is waking up to realizing, oh, there's still some junk in here that needs to be scrubbed out, and it's trying to get rid of some stuff that has been building up for a while. So that's just part of the process of getting healthy, and should eventually subside. It's also important to drink at least 16 ounces of water between meals. This kind of helps get those processes of peristalsis and hydrolysis going, and without water, all that fiber would just get stuck, and then our stools would be hard. So drinking water is helpful. 3 of the best sources of fiber are soaked seeds and nuts, fruit, especially berries, and veggies. Some well-known fiber sources like bran or certain cereals and even whole wheat bread could cause some problems for people because of the high carbohydrate content of these foods. They contain a lot of phthalates, which can block our body's ability to absorb minerals, causing some discomfort for some people that have intolerances. So add more nuts, add more fruits, add more veggies, and you should be good to go. Here's an interesting story from The Maker's Diet. The author's grandmother is Jewish, and they have this Yiddish saying that describes the day-to-day health of their digestive system. She might say, "Dis bachala titvei." Forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, but that might be something she responds to someone if they ask her if she's hungry, and her saying means "my stomach is not yet clean." So the grandmother would refuse to eat anything the next day until her bowels had eliminated the last meal. So interestingly enough, she knew how to take care of her stomach by watching her body's signals, which is something we're not as good at doing. So ideally, a person should have 3 bowel movements a day. Ideally, one after each meal, like the Jewish grandmother knew. Most people only have 1 bowel movement a day, and some only have 1 bowel movement a week. And dangerously, our children are being taught in health class that it's normal to have 2 bowel movements a week. This may be common, but it's not normal. Just like a lot of our health issues are common, it's not normal. We were created to live healthily and abundantly, and we shouldn't have to deal with many of the sicknesses that we do. When we are not eliminating food after each meal, it's just sitting in our colon, rotting away. There's a quote in The Maker's Diet from Dr. H.H. Bolker, and he says that he believes that over 90% of diseases are caused or complicated by toxins created in the intestinal tract by unhealthy food that are not properly eliminated. Auto-intoxication occurs when, due to poor elimination, certain toxins escape from the bowels into the bloodstream and poison the body, causing a silent form of self-poisoning. So if we were to be eliminating waste 3 times a day, but are only 1 time a day, that makes us 2 behind at the end of the day. At the end of the week, that makes us about 14 BMs behind, and at the end of the month, over 50 BMs are just sitting in our gut, and that's not good. This makes our colon clogged and sluggish, and not only do we suffer discomforts and diseases from a clogged colon, but we're unable to absorb nutrients well because our digestive system isn't able to fully function properly. So cleansing can be a way to break up some of that old gunk and scrub our colon clean. Some ways people have cleansed before are through fasting, juicing, eating only raw foods, cleansing supplements, and enemas. Some individuals need to take great care when doing a fast or cleanse: pregnant, nursing women, or those with prescription drug usage or health issues such as diabetes. So if you have any concerns, consult with your physician before making a change. I wanted to share with you one of my favorite ways to get going in the morning. So I start with a little bit of honey in a glass. You can use whatever your preferred sweetener is, and I just kind of put a little bit here in the bottom. It also kind of helps my essential oils have something to stick to. So I add a couple drops of lemon essential oil, about 3 or 4. Lemon Vitality is the label specific for dietary usage. So check out the oils that are able to be ingested. Don't trust just anybody. And then 2 of ginger essential oil. And then I add a few tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to the bottom. And then kind of stir it all together. All these things kind of help jumpstart my system in the morning and kind of clean things out. And then I'll just add some water and sip away throughout the morning. I'll even go ahead and continue adding water as it gets low. So it's a nice kind of refreshing drink all throughout the day. And I've noticed helps me to have less sugar cravings. So bonus. Another thing that I wanted to mention was that there are supplements that I have purchased from Young Living called the Cleansing Trio that has enzymes and different nutrients to kind of help with an actual cleansing system, and they have a protocol that I can follow very easily. The Maker's Diet calls cleansing dropping the fork and states that fasting is the Creator's high-powered spiritual tool for receiving a breakthrough in body, soul, and spirit. And just like his Jewish grandmother knew her stomach needed to be cleaned, the world's healthiest people all have some sort of system for cleansing. So it's worth researching and trying to figure out a system that you like and that you're comfortable with. My goal is to try and develop something that I would like to do quarterly. So at the end of every season, or maybe the beginning of every season, I'll do some sort of fast or cleanse to just kind of keep things clean and running well, just like we take our cars in for regular maintenance and oil changes. It's worth doing that to our bodies too. Nutrition 101 has an illustration for how cleansing can impact the rest of our body. There are lots of respiratory complaints that actually stem from poor digestion. Some seasonal issues, and those symptoms tend to clear up once the digestive tract is clean, and all of a sudden people can breathe, and it's just helpful to be able to kind of jumpstart your system to be able to get rid of some ailments that you're struggling with. And then as you slowly introduce things back in, or just kind of see what triggers you, you're able to identify what specific food culprits might be exacerbating your problem. To close today, I just wanted to encourage you to pick one new thing to try this summer. Add in veggies at every meal, or find a supplement targeted towards one of your health goals, or find a cleanse to try. Just remember that when you make a change, you need to give your body time to adjust. You may experience some undesirable symptoms at first, but if you have years of unhealthy habits sitting in your gut, it's time to get it broken up and get it moving. So just try one thing at a time and don't give up. Thanks for watching.